Mikey, not Mike Sainristil. You had 6 interceptions in your senior year, right, at Michigan, including national championship game, longest return ever in a national championship game. 6 weeks later, you make a pick in the National Football League. Did it feel like forever to get that first one?
Kind of, not really.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah. But kind of just, what we preach is when that ball is in the air, we want it to be ours. But at the same time, you don't want to just go looking and chasing to make plays because that's how you get beat.
Right.
But I think just taking care of your primary job and doing what you're supposed to be doing, play after play, good energy, the ball finds it. So just continuing to do my, keep the main thing, focus on what my responsibility within coverages are.
Sure.
And just let the ball come to me and then go get it when it's there.
DQ told me on Monday, he goes, quarterback made a nice tackle. You get any ribbing for Mr. Jackson?
Yeah.
That was the strangest tackle I've seen in a while, but.
I thought I was still, after I cut back inside, I thought I was still clear shot at the end zone, and I kind of just felt my body swinging. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Yeah.
And Lamar held me up. There's probably 2 quarterbacks in the league that could make a tackle like that, and he's one of them. So, hats off to him.
And the other one's in the building?
Other one's in the building, you know what I'm saying? So hats off to him being a superior athlete.
Looking at your IG, and I see the OG, who I call ODG, Darl Green. You worked out with him prior to the season. What was that like? What did you glean from a guy who's been there, done that?
I gained a lot of more like mental sharpness than I did anything else, if you want the truth. We did, a few position workouts and whatnot, but I think what he was speaking to me and telling me was very beneficial.
Sure.
Just telling me how the game is, telling me what his experience was like, telling me, the things that he did away from football that helped him on the field. And that's not, taking care of his body. That's not, aside from that, just the way he lived his life.
Yeah.
Just doing the right things consistently all the time. When he came to, football, that was just so natural for him to do. And then when it came to football, the amount of reps he did, how much repetition he had and what it was he was doing just made the game so much easier for him when it came to years 15, 16, 17 and on. You know what I'm saying? He played 20 years. You don't just do that without, years of repetition, practice, and consistently doing the right thing.
Yeah. I feel kind of old because I covered the back end of his career, and now I'm covering the front end of your career. So
longevity, man.
That's what it is. It's all about. And I work out every. No, I don't work out every day. Big year for you. Big, huge year for you. Become a dad. I'm a dad. We all say it changes us. Have you noticed a change in the way that you deal with life?
I think I've always been a very mature guy. But just, I take the approach now that everything I'm doing is for not just myself and my girl, but, our kids. So just,
Hi, Jeremy.
What's happening?
First of all, I'm about to come on my interview, man.
Skeet up. I'm on that. What's happening?
He's one of the guys that I appreciate in this building, giving me a lot of game and just learning from. So appreciate you.
For sure. Awesome, man. You know what I'm saying? What's up, brother?
Hey, next time you interrupt my interview, by the way, we're going to go, just so you know. Yeah. This is October. April, you get drafted. What do you remember about that night?
It was special.
Yeah.
It felt like a long time coming, just from the national championship to April, which really wasn't that long. It was like 4 months.
Right.
But, I think what made it feel long is just the amount of anticipation that goes into draft. The weight game, you take your 30 visits, you speak to coaches on the phone, on Zoom. But really, like, at the end of the day, at least in my situation, what it wasn't really so much about who was drafting me. It was the fact that my girl and I already planned that wherever we go, wherever I get drafted, the following day or two after, we're moving so we could get situated at home so she could give birth and we have a place. I think that was the most stressful thing, like, where are we going to end up? How far do we got to drive? Are we driving to the West Coast? Are we driving to the East Coast, South? But, I think you go where you're supposed to be at, and I'm super, appreciative that this organization felt that I was one of the ones that they wanted to, bring in and help, bring some wins and leadership and whatnot into this program. So I appreciate everybody in here.
Draft night, DQ told you, I wanted you after I met you in Ann Arbor. What have you learned about your head coach from those early days to now?
First thing I learned is I had no clue he wanted me, because that was the first and last time we had ever spoke. But since then, I think what I've learned from him is he's, full tilt boogie all the time.
You say full tilt boogie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
But he's 100% all in all the time, and I think he truly embodies, what we say is anybody, anywhere, anytime. Like, he's ready for whatever. And the way he approaches the game, the way he approaches football meetings daily, like, that's somebody that I want to play for. You know what I mean? So I love the way he works. I love his passion behind the game, and like I said, I'll go to war on the field for him, and outside too. Shoot, that's my guy. Yeah.